what you mean? So you got to do more. Like, you got to be better. Like, what you want me to do, T. Lou? I'm like, because he had 20 points and might have 7 assists. But he left a lot on the table to me.
Right.
And this is game 7. You're the best player in the world. I was like, we need, what you want me? I said, you got to guard Draymond better, score the basketball, stop turning over, be aggressive. Anything else you want me to say?
Stop being so passive. Stop turning the ball over and guard Draymond. Those were the words that almost led to blows between LeBron James and Ty Lue in the most important game of their lives. And now, years later, Ty Lue just dropped a bombshell on Club Shay Shay that has everyone questioning everything about LeBron's future.
LeBron came to him like, man, can you believe T. Lue, man, called me out like that? That's some bull, whatever. D. Jones said, well, I ain't been here all year, but everything I read and you called and told me, you trust him. Why not trust him now? He's like, F you, so he go to James Jones. James Jones, can you believe T. Lue? Man, I can't believe it. James Jones said, did he lie? So then Bron snatches stuff out of the locker, storm out. And shit, that's all she wrote,
Ladies and gentlemen, what Ty Lue just revealed on Shannon Sharpe's podcast has sent shockwaves through the NBA world. When Shannon asked him about LeBron potentially joining the Clippers after LeBron was caught working out in their facility with the Clippers logo in the background, Lue's response was telling. I don't even know if I can speak on that. I can't say nothing about that.
It was tightening.
Yeah.
Everybody felt, I don't care what anybody says, everybody felt it.
But it's not what he said, it's how he said it. That smile, that nervous energy. This man knows something we don't. And remember, both LeBron and Ty Lue are represented by Clutch Sports. They're in the same inner circle. When Ty Lue can't speak on something, you know there's fire behind that smoke. But here's where it gets juicy. On that same Club Shay Shay episode, Lue revealed something that completely changes how we view their relationship. He talked about how LeBron reacted when Kyrie Irving got traded. LeBron was doing an autograph signing for his foundation when he got the news. According to Lue, he dropped the marker and just lays back in his chair for about 10 minutes. Doesn't say a word, like pissed off, crushed. That's the word Ty Lue used. LeBron James, the king, the chosen one, was crushed.
But that's like another Kobe and Shaq situation. I would never let it happen.
You're right.
Like, and I begged and pleaded. Kobe.
LeBron said he begged and pleaded, said, hey, don't trade him. He still got a year on his contract. Don't trade him.
Bron was doing an autograph signing with jerseys and stuff for his foundation. So I come sit next to Bron. We sitting there, handling the phone, Sports Center. Kyrie Irving's just been traded to the Boston Celtics. Man, Bron dropped the marker, and just lays back in his chair for about 10 minutes. Doesn't say a word, like just pissed off. And Bron was crushed. And I saw when that happened, I thought things would I thought Bron would do something different, sooner than later, and that's what he did.
So you believe LeBron would have stayed in Cleveland had Kyrie stayed in Cleveland?
Yes, I think so.
Damn.
And now, with the Lakers clearly building around Luka Doncic instead of their aging superstar, history might be repeating itself. But let's talk about the real drama, the confrontation that defines their relationship. Game 7, 2016 NBA Finals. The Cavaliers are down by 7 at halftime. The season is slipping away. Cleveland's 52-year championship drought is about to continue. And that's when Ty Lue did something that no other coach would dare to do. He got in LeBron James's face. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. First during a timeout, then at halftime in front of the entire team. Richard Jefferson, who was in that locker room, said it best. That takes some f***ing balls. And that takes some f***ing confidence. Not many motherfuckers got that shit.
I'm sitting on the bench watching the play and I see the fast break and I was like, oh, fuck. And all of a sudden, because I'm watching the head of the play, and this is not an exaggeration, I'm watching this thing happening and all of a sudden I see a black blur go out of nowhere. And I was like, holy fuck, he just blocked that. And I was like, oh shit, we have a chance. And so we make a timeout, we make a sub, I check into the game. And at first I'm in the strong side corner where Kyrie shot the ball. So Bron clears me out and I was like, good, because I want no part of this shit, right?
Think about this for a second. This is LeBron James we're talking about, the most powerful player in the NBA, a man who's been accused of being a coach killer. And here's Ty Lue, a rookie head coach who'd only been in charge for half a season, screaming at him. LeBron was furious. He went to assistant coach Damon Jones saying, "It's messed up that T. Lue is questioning me right now." Then he went to James Jones. "I can't believe this." But here's what separates champions from everyone else. Damon Jones looked LeBron right in the eye and said, "Everything I read all year is that you want to be coached, want to be held accountable, and trust T. Lue. Why not trust him now?" And James Jones? He hit him with the truth. Well, is he telling the truth? LeBron stormed out of that locker room. And you know what happened next? He came out and played like a man possessed. The Cavaliers completed the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. They became the only team to ever come back from 3-1 down in the finals.
Oh, fuck, he's shooting a three. Oh shit, that went in. Like these are like the same reactions that fans have and that the media has. That's the same reaction we have.
But here's what nobody's talking about. Ty Lue later admitted something shocking. "I didn't really think he was playing that bad. But I used to work for Doc Rivers in Boston, and he told me I never want to go into a Game 7 when the best player is on the other team. We had the best player. We needed him to be his best." This was psychological warfare at its finest. Ty Lue wasn't just coaching. He was manipulating, motivating, demanding greatness. And it worked. But the real question is, could this dynamic work again? Because let's be real about what's happening right now. LeBron is 40 years old. He's on a $52.6 million contract with the Lakers. But they just gave Luka Doncic the keys to the kingdom. They're building around him, not LeBron.
Of course the Lakers are going to retire LeBron's jersey. He won a title and broke the scoring record in purple and gold. LeBron on the Lakers may not be in his absolute prime, but we aren't talking about MJ on the Wizards here. So let's not act surprised by Jeannie Buss saying they would honor him as such once James makes the Hall of Fame.
And where's Ty Lue? He's sitting pretty with the Clippers, a team that's one superstar away from being a legitimate contender. They've got Kawhi Leonard when he's healthy. They've got James Harden. They've got depth. What they don't have is that alpha dog who can take them over the top. When Shannon Sharpe mentioned that LeBron's been working out at the old Clippers facility, Ty Lue's reaction was priceless. He couldn't hide that smile. He knows something is brewing. And let's not forget why Ty Lue became the Cavaliers' head coach in the first place. David Blatt was fired mid-season despite having a winning record. Why? Because he couldn't handle LeBron James.
They say they want to offer you $1 million a year to be the associate head coach. Now, at the time, I'm making $375 with the Clippers.
I think I could do that.
Well, nah, I still said no.
You said no?
Yeah, I was like, nah.
Even in California?
Yeah, I was like,
Because
nah.
you know that's 155.
Yeah.
Ty Lue himself revealed on Club Shay Shay that the players were frustrated with Blatt's approach. When you coach overseas, you are the face of the team. What you say goes, no matter what. When you come to the NBA, the players are the face of the team. It's a different dynamic. Blatt didn't understand that. Ty Lue did. And that's why when LeBron was asked about potentially being a coach killer, it was Ty Lue who defended him. Because Ty Lue understood something fundamental. You don't control LeBron James. You challenge him. You push him. You make him angry enough to prove you wrong. But wait, it gets even crazier. Ty Lue revealed another story that shows just how deep their relationship goes. After the Cavs won Game 5 in 2016, Lue made everyone in the locker room, including LeBron, Dan Gilbert, David Griffin, everyone, give him $200. He collected thousands of dollars, and guess what? He kept it.
And I had everybody in the locker room give me $200. So all the players, Mr. Gilbert, Griff, everybody give me $200. And they said, "What you doing with this money?" So I wrapped it up. I put it in the ceiling and said, "We're coming back for Game 7 and get our money." We go home. We win big in Game 6. We go to Golden State for Game 7. We win the championship. Everybody's going crazy. And so I go in the ceiling and get the money. First thing Bron asked me, like, "Hey man, where's that money?" I said, "Man, I don't know. It disappeared, but I kept it for myself." Just think about that. We win a championship and Bron asked, "Where's the money at?" That's hidden in the ceiling, but I kept it. So now you know, Bron.
This man literally hustled LeBron James and the entire Cavaliers organization, and they let him because that's the respect he commanded. That's the trust he'd earned. And here's something else Lue revealed. During that 2016 finals run, after they lost the first 2 games, he didn't show the team any film. Why? Sometimes LeBron would be upset, and he'd be in the back rolling his eyes. So Lue kept everything positive. They did half-court shooting contests, they kept it light. And then, when they won Game 3, that's when he showed them all their mistakes. Because winners can handle criticism. Losers can't.
We're playing against the Spurs. I think Kyrie's out that game. LeBron tried to go behind the back. Ginobili picks him for the game. He said, LeBron's got to get with me in the offseason, work on this. What? He viewed it like, yo, like bro need to come work with me real quick. We looking around like, are you sure?
This is genius-level coaching. This is understanding not just X's and O's, but psychology, ego management, and timing. And let's talk about what really might bring LeBron and Ty Lue back together. Remember how devastated LeBron was when Kyrie left? Well, guess what Ty Lue said about that situation? He revealed that LeBron found out about the Kyrie trade during an autograph signing for his foundation. The man was so shocked he couldn't even speak for 10 minutes, just sat there, silent, pissed off. Now think about this. The Lakers just invested everything in Luka Doncic. They're making it clear this is Luka's team now, not LeBron's. Sound familiar? It's the same situation that drove Kyrie away from Cleveland. Except now, LeBron is the one being pushed aside. And who understands this dynamic better than anyone? Ty Lue, the man who was there when it happened the first time. The man who knows exactly how LeBron thinks, how he reacts, how to motivate him when he feels disrespected. What makes Ty Lue special isn't just that he can stand up to LeBron. It's that he understands something most coaches don't. LeBron James wants to be coached. He wants to be challenged. But it has to come from a place of respect, not authority. Ty Lue said it himself. He is not coming from an "I'm doing this for me" standpoint. He's doing it from an "I'm doing this for us. I'm going to tell you the truth no matter what." That's the difference. Ty Lue doesn't coach LeBron to make himself look good. He coaches him to win. And LeBron knows the difference. Remember what LeBron himself said about almost coming to blows with Lue during that Game 7? Me and T. Lue get into it at halftime and almost come to blows. But then what happened? They won a championship. That's the kind of relationship that breeds success. That's the kind of dynamic that creates dynasties. So let's connect the dots here, people. LeBron James is working out at Clippers facilities. Ty Lue can't talk about it without smiling. They're both represented by Clutch Sports. The Lakers are clearly moving on from the LeBron era. The Clippers need that final piece to compete for a championship. Is it really that crazy to think we might see a reunion? Is it really that wild to imagine LeBron and Ty Lue, two men who've been through the highest highs and the lowest lows together, joining forces one more time? Think about what a Clippers team with LeBron, Kawhi, Harden, and Ty Lue calling the shots could do. That's not just a contender, that's a super team with the perfect coach who knows exactly how to manage those egos. But here's the real question nobody's asking. What does this mean for both of their legacies? For LeBron, joining the Clippers and reuniting with Ty Lue would be the ultimate power move. It would show that he values winning over everything else. It would prove that he's willing to swallow his pride, leave the Lakers, and trust the one coach who's never been afraid to call him out. For Ty Lue, it would cement his status as the LeBron whisperer, the only coach who truly understands how to maximize the Kings' greatness, the man who can take a 40-year-old LeBron and squeeze one more championship run out of him. This isn't just about basketball. This is about respect. This is about trust. This is about two men who've been to war together and know they can do it again. Look, we can speculate all we want, but here's what we know for sure. The relationship between LeBron James and Ty Lue is different. It's built on confrontation, on challenge, on brutal honesty. Most coaches are afraid of LeBron. They tiptoe around him. They let him do whatever he wants. Not Ty Lue. He'll get in LeBron's face during the biggest game of the year. He'll call him out in front of the entire team. He'll demand more, even when LeBron is already giving everything. And you know what? That's exactly what LeBron needs, especially now, at 40 years old, when everyone's writing him off, when the Lakers are moving on, when people think he's done. LeBron James doesn't need another yes man. He doesn't need another coach who's going to bow down to him. He needs someone who's going to push him, challenge him, make him angry enough to prove he's still the king. And there's only one man who's proven he can do that. Only one coach who's shown he has the balls to stand up to LeBron James and make him better for it. That man is Ty Lue. The writing is on the wall, people. The Lakers are done with the LeBron era. The Clippers are one piece away. Ty Lue can't even talk about it without smiling. LeBron's working out in Clippers facilities. This isn't just smoke. This is a 5-alarm fire. And when it happens, not if, but when, remember where you heard it first. The king and his former general are about to shock the world one more time.